Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Ohio Guys here. I'm Christian Ocampo, and today I'm being joined by another special guest. We have Daisy Guevara. How you doing, Daisy?
Hey, what's up? What's up, Christian? Thanks for having me on here. I'm honored.
Yep, it's great to have you here. It's great to have another fellow Latino Latina here.
Hey,
Especially for
mi
some,
gente.
especially for some viewers who don't know I'm Hispanic, and it's always a pleasure having another one.
Yeah,
From my side in this industry, and especially some projects you got to work on that we're about to jump in around this moment.
yeah.
So first of all, what is it like working in the industry today?
In the industry, I think it's a lot of fun. I have such a good time recording in the booth. I have such a great time meeting fellow actors. Um, yeah, I can't complain. You know.
Mhm.
um, yeah, it's a blast, it's a ball, and yeah, that's it.
All right. So during your time in this industry, what is your favorite project you have worked on?
uh, this is an interesting one because it's not something that I've done professionally. It's like one of my first projects I've ever did. Because there are some voice actors out there who start off on the internet. They do like a lot of comic fan dubs or um, I don't know, stuff like that. And one of my projects that I did back in the day was a comic fan dub of GGDGs, that's a mouthful, comic called Cucumber Quest. And I got to work with Jello Apocalypse, who's like this big YouTuber now. But yeah, that was like a really fun project that's like always near and dear to my heart because it was like my first time dipping into the voice acting pool, dipping my toes into it. And you should definitely check it out because it's still up there. It's still on his channel. We didn't fully do the whole series, and there's a lot of chapters in that comic, but we've only done I think like 2 or 3 chapters. Oh, don't quote me on that. But yeah, check it out.
All
Yeah.
right. One of your animes you got to work on. What was it like working on Juden-chan?
Yeah. Juden-chan. Juden-chan was really interesting. Um, Again, I always love working with Brittany Lotto, who is the director for that show and the other anime that I'm in, Ladies versus Butlers. But Juden-chan was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun voicing um, Rona Elmo. She was a feisty little thing. Uh, it was juicy in the sense that I got to play a bit of the villain role. That was a lot of fun. And it was also a lot of fun getting to voice like a spoiled brat. You know, that was fun. um, but yeah, that project, the whole series itself was very interesting. Hey, I mean, I'm glad I got to be a part of it, and I got to learn so much from doing dubbing and ADR. So yeah.
All right. And since we mentioned Ladies vs. Butlers, what
Ah,
was it like working on that show too?
yeah. Ladies are supposed. Oh, that was a fun time. A complete opposite from Rona from Juden-chan. Um, she's very delicate, very shy, but she also got to experience a few like comedic moments too, which was a lot of fun. That was my first ever anime that I've done. Boy, was that a learning experience. Um, Boy, there's nothing like just jumping right into doing ADR, which is just credit to all anime voice actors out there because it's really really hard to do. It's like patting your head and then rubbing your stomach at the same time. It's like it's crazy. Um, so all props and love to them. But yeah, that that was another like big learning curve that I had to figure out, and that was for me like, the lesson of that gig was, to just go for it, because any ounce of doubt or caution or anything like that, it's going to show. So that was something to just go for, just go for it. But yeah.
All right.
So.
So, changing gears from anime to the indie games.
Yeah.
Why was like working on the Marvel Avengers Academy?
Marvel Avengers Academy. I'm first off, I'm so sad that that's no longer available for people to play. But there was a list of a list of things that I've always wanted to do in voice acting, and one of them was to voice a Marvel character, and that definitely checked it off the list. Although I love to play a Marvel character again, hey, you never know. But not only that, but to also get to voice an Hispanic Marvel character, which was really cool and a really awesome experience that I just got to show off to the world. And she was another, she was Hispanic. Her name is Anya Corazon, who's Spider Girl, and she was another spicy, feisty character, and I like voicing, like feisty characters. Like it's like that DNA in me, But yeah, oh man, that was a dream come true. That was a dream come true,
Oh,
and I'm glad I got to experience it. So,
definitely.
yeah,
Glad you got to be part of it.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
All right, another project you got to work on whilst working on at Flowrun Rain, if I'm pronouncing it right.
Right. Damn, that was okay. You're talking about Earth Defense, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that was my first ever video game in studio that I've ever done, and I knew what to expect in the sense that I knew what kind of lines we would be recording, like like attack noises and death screams and stuff like that. But like I didn't know what to experience like inside the booth. I walked in there and there was like a huge team, not a huge. It's not like there was like a good 4 or 5 people there. It was like a team from Japan that was there, and then there was like a translator, and like the director was there. It was insane. That caught me off guard because I was like, oh man, so there are people that are like coming in to watch me, But gosh, that was another gig where I just got to learn a whole bunch of things. When they ask you, my one thing was like when they ask you, if you want to take a break, you take the break because what happens at the rest of the gig or the rest of the hour or 2 hours or 3 hours is that it's nothing. It's like nonstop screaming and like everything off the top end of your range, and your voice gets tired out. I remember, like, by the end of it, I was exhausted. I remember the end of it, like, my face is as red as it is now. Because it's like, it was so hot in the booth, and it was a lot. I didn't realize how much work it is, That was a trip. That was a journey, but a really good journey.
And good experience.
Yeah. That was amazing. I had a great time. Yeah.
All right, and another one you got to work on. What was like working on Meteor City Pod?
So, Meteor City is a podcast that's on all streaming websites. It's about this girl Bianca Diaz, who lives in a city in Detroit, and it's in a alternate reality where a meteor hits Detroit, and she escapes with her mother, but everyone else that she knew has died, has passed away, and she can't help but wants to know like what happened to them and what happened to the city. So she goes back to the city a few years later, and she's trying to figure out what happened and what's going on. Again, another proud moment for me. Because I got to voice a Latina main character. It's whew, it's dark, it's deep, it's for me it's a much more grounded performance. For me, experiencing it's as close to theater acting as I'm going to get, or that I'm currently experiencing right now. I love it. I love sharing these moments with my castmates because occasionally whenever we have the time, really, we do like recording sessions back and forth, and those are like really really great moments that I share with my castmates. Again, that's why I feel like it's almost like theater. Because like unlike video games, well, some video games, at least for me, I haven't experienced a session with like more than 2 or 3 people. So to do that in like audio dramas, I think really is very refreshing, and I kind of want to do more in the future. So yeah, I mean, if that's the one thing that I want to plug in here, it's like go see it, not see it, go listen to it, and yeah, it's on all streaming podcasts. So yeah.
All right. So another indie game you got to work on that just came out probably the spring of 2019. What was like working on National Park Girls?
Yeah, National Park Girls, so adorable. Jessie is a ball of sunshine who's incredibly warm. I want to be her friend. She's incredibly warm and fun and sympathetic, empathetic. I just had like a really fantastic time, and it was for me a change of pace for once, for me to voice someone who was just so loving and so quirky. I had a great time, and I can't wait to record future episodes for that, because only the first episode is out for National Park Girls, and they're going to release them by episodes. So, yeah, I can't wait. I had a really good time. Really, really good time.
Playing right now, I'm actually enjoying the story so far.
Oh, good. Good.
Everyone should get on that. Whoever's watching this episode, jump on it. And it's cheap on Steam too, so
yeah. Isn't the wolf pup so cute? Ugh.
Oh, definitely.
I know.
All right, now some of our funny question we always like to ask everyone. If you could be any character you have played in real life, who will you be? And you can mix and match.
Yeah. I think for sure Jessie. I'm actually kind of, a little jealous because she gets to work in a national park. And I'm a city girl, so I was born and raised in New York City. So anytime I see any sort of nature, I always hang around, especially during this time, Central Park. And so anytime I get the chance to be around nature, I live for it. And so I'd love to be Jessie. Yeah, I'd love to be here, be in charge, and get to take care of a national park. And I've been really obsessed with gardening lately, and I have plants here and there. I have like a spider plant and lavender plant, and so I don't know. I just think that's really cool. I'm like, I want to be a gardener. I want to take care of a national park. I want to be a part of that, So.
Definitely.
Oh.
All right. So Is there anything else coming out that you can talk about, or anything you want to plug in at this time?
There's nothing I can talk about right now, but I do want to plug in. Not only I've already plugged in Meteor City, but I do want to plug in Earth Defense Force because that just came out like in April, and it's still out on PS4, and it's a ridiculous time, but in the best way possible. It's insane. It's just the amount of if you don't know what Earth Defense Force is, it's like this game based off of Starship Troopers, like a B-rated movie. It's so cool. There's like bugs everywhere. The amount of bugs in this game is just ridiculous, but it's so cool. Anyway, I definitely want to plug that in. Y'all should definitely check it out. It's only on the PS4, by the way, so check it out.
All right, and
Yeah.
for our final question,
Lay it on me.
any Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, any other social media for the fans to contact you?
Yeah. So on Facebook, I do have a page. It's just called like Daisy Guevara, voice actress. On Instagram, I'm Daisy M Guevara. The M stands for Melissa, because that's my middle name. And then Twitter, it's at DaisyG_VA. So yeah, I'll have to talk to y'all on there.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us for this interview. We Hi guys, appreciate your time doing this with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yep.
Thanks, guys.
Yep. And thank you to our fans for tuning in for this episode of the How Guys here. Thank you all, and we'll be see you next time. Bye.